Can you see me? Hello. I've got naked hands. Naked hands. My typing in the chat isn't showing up. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Hello. Ah, that one did. Okay. All right. So, I had to take my long pointies and chop them down because, as you know, I have to return to work on Monday and I have to be able to type. So, we need normal length nails. Saying, that these are normal length in comparison. So, here's my inspo. Let me show you. This is a nail set I took a screenshot of, and this is what I'm going to be using for my inspiration. That picture looks so crisp on here, but like, my hand can't look that real. It's amazing. So, what we have to do first, because I've got my peel off on, we need to paint them. And I'm just going to paint them all nude to start with. Except for 2 of them. So I'm going to paint 3 of them nude is what I meant. And then 2 of them I'm going to use this blingy. And then there's also going to be some Frenches with this. So that is exciting. Talk to me, Delvin. I know you're here because you left an emoji. A very cool custom emoji. Where did you get such a cool custom emoji? Look at me. Can't even see nothing because I'm just all over the place. It's amazing. Whoops. This was one that I meant to make silver. So I guess it'll be nude underneath the silver. Because I forgot that quickly what I was doing. You're freezing. Well, turn your heater on. You're in control of the heater at your house. Did you know that? Nobody can even tell you that you can't turn it on. I know. This news is shocking, but you can do that, and nobody can do anything about it. And if they try, you can fight them. You know who is Delulu and doesn't have a sense of humor, so that is not a reliable scale. I wouldn't take the word of someone who doesn't know what funny is. So bright. Let that dry a little bit. Matt changed it to what, though? If he turned it down, whoop him. If he turned it up and you're just waiting it for it to take effect, then I guess all you can do is wait. You know, what I love about these nail tips is that they've got this like spine, which was really cool when they were super long because it just makes that point be so crispy. This one's got some like underbit that I don't appreciate. I think that's leftover top coat. Let's see if I can't get that out from under there. There we go. So like, you see how the nail right here, it's got this ridge, it comes to a point. You see? Instead of being just a curve. I think that's very cool. A few of my nail shapes have that spine. While I do like a nice smooth curved nail, I think they're more edgy when they have that. Now, that is something that I am going to have to take into consideration though when decorating, because flat decorations don't like to go on top of ridges. You just gonna have to hold it right here, I guess. I don't know. You know, difficult situation there. You'll have to make a choice. Whether you want to be able to see or just kind of trust that what I'm saying is true. Let's get some of this here reflective stuff on here. This is some good polish, and it is so sparkly. I'm putting this underneath the rhinestones so that if there is any gapping, it is still very sparkly. But like, look at that. That's nice, right? I know. Magnificent. And then the French is going to be made out of the same sparkly stuff. For Black Friday, I did order a full rainbow collection of reflectives. So I'm pretty excited about that. I do love reflectives. That's what this is. I feel like I need to put a little bit more of this nudie one on these other nails though. Because like one of the drawbacks is where the spine is, it's a little bit more sheer. And I would like that to be a little bit more opaque. So, yeah. I know you couldn't just see that because I wasn't looking at the camera. There we go. Alright, I'm going to dry all those. So, we have 2 nails of the red and silver is what the stripes are going to be. And then I want to do 1 with the French. And then 2 with holly. but I'm using red rhinestones for the berries. That's what I'm thinking. What I am now conflicted about is, should I do one full silver nail? And I don't think so, because I've put so many layers of nude. I don't want to put more for the reflective, so on that nail we'll just not have reflective. That's okay though. Yeah. And we're gonna hand draw our little hollies. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know if anybody's coming in here other than me and you, because it is very late at night. But I expect this is going to take a little bit of time. And then I have this other hand I don't even know what I'm doing with yet. Alright, let's top coat these babies in. So pretty. I don't use that polish enough. I really should find more excuses to use it. You know, my little studio thing isn't saying anything, which is odd. So there's no current stream when I know there is. There we go. I didn't know I could do that. Well, hello for whoever else is here. I do see it says that, I don't know why I wasn't like loaded in, but it does say there's 3 viewers. We are going to do some super blingy Christmas nails and hang out and chat. If that's what you're into, please join us. Say hi. Look at that reflective nail polish. It's so pretty. Yeah, that's beautiful. It's popping, is it? Wow. Ugh, I need to clean the neck off of this top coat because it's really hard to open and close. Let's stick that in the dryer. And flip this up so you can look at my fez while my arm is in yonder. While I was away, it's a good thing I had my emergency nail painting kit, because my nail polishes just kept flying off and I kept having to replace them. I lost a whole glitter nail, who knows where, just leaving my house, and then a whole nother one when I got ready to come home. How dare you? You're gonna put me on in the background for Skyrim? I know it's fun, but you can't hardly talk to me if you're Skyrimming, right? That seems like a difficult situation. You know? I would hate for you to miss out on this top tier conversation that we're having. Alright, 90 seconds in the dryer. Some of these are still very wet because I put so many layers. Like, they're not wet, but they're like soft and squishy. That's okay. It's alright. We need to do our French. So I'm going to put some of this reflective on a palette. Let me flip this around so you can see it. She ain't gonna watch. In fact, she just woke up a little bit ago. Apparently she's sick because when I got home she was in there asleep and she just came out of her bedroom looking like who done it and what for. So that's unfortunate. Sorry if my head is in the way. This is hard. Developing the ability to draw a symmetrical smile line takes so much practice. Once you get that part done, see if we can fill the rest of this in with the bottle. The difficult thing is it starts to dry, and so then it doesn't want to blend smoothly where you drew it to the end. So I'm trying to get it to decide to blend. And it may just be that I have to do 2 layers to get that to not look so patchy. That's all right. Let's see if... Sorry. I couldn't see, so I had to get like real up on it. But it looks good, right? Does that look like a pretty fair French? I think it is. I think I'm all right with that. Like, you can kind of see through it. It's a little bit sheer. But like, what are we supposed to do about that? If I put another layer on, it's just gonna get thicker. Move your head. What do you mean? You wanted to be able to actually see what was going on in the screen, not just the back of my head. That's crazy. Why would you want to be able to see? I don't know who else is here, but obviously they don't have as strong of feelings about it as you do. That's funny. I think before we bust out these stones, I'm going to paint the holly leaves. Since I have to put stones on those too, might as well have them already done. So that means the next thing that we're doing is holly. But I got to top coat this reflective nail first. So let's do that. Why am I so dramatic? Which part is dramatic? That was hilarious. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, the sparkly. Anybody who doesn't like reflective nail polish is a sparkle hater. Because it's so pretty. Now we gotta dry that one. Now, I'm gonna try and show you. Super zoom. So you see these here? That does not make it easier to look at. Maybe at that level, yeah. So these are holly. And the leaves have like flick, 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 flick. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be what mine are like. Mine just might be leaf shapes. So, I almost feel like what I should do is just use like a really raggedy brush. Like this one is in some dire situation. I feel like that's how I should make those flicks, you know? So, that might be how we do this. Let me get that picture back out because I'm going to have to look over there at it. Zoom that in. Yeah. Okay. That's exactly the question. How am I going to do that? So we're just going to try it. That's how. We're going to figure it out. Somehow. I need to zoom this out though, cuz like this is hella up close and not even in a useful location. But let's do this because I'm going to have to do some flipping around. And so what I want to do is I want to do a holly here and a holly here and a holly here and a holly here, but then also like one here. You know what I mean? So here's the green that I'm using. It's from Orly. It's called Regal Pine, which is convenient. And we need 3 leaves. So, like, bloop, bloop, bloop. Or maybe just 2, since it's in a corner. Look at it trying to wrinkle up as it's drying. I don't like that, but I put a lot of polish on. It's just not very dry. It's just gonna be a wrinkly old fingernail, I guess. But maybe once it's all the way dry through, because I put a lot on at one time, maybe some top coat will fill that in and make it less obvious. I don't know. We'll find out. But let's see if we can't make some hollies with our real raggedy brush. I mean, that don't seem right. I mean, it's kind of bushy. At least there's that. Turn this one around. I mean, that's okay, right? It's not the worst. Okay. Let's try it again over here. I feel like I almost need to, I don't know. It's like I'm trying to drag it into being what it's supposed to be this direction, but it doesn't want to do that. So I'm like, should I be just like starting from the outside and pulling it in maybe? It seems almost like it would be more helpful, but I don't know that that's necessarily right either, because it starts off with more on here. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm just starting off with too much. So it's too full. Because like we do want it to look kind of rough, because that's the kind of leaf that it is. Maybe once I put the berries on there, it'll look okay. But I do want to get one on here too. And this one is definitely going to need to be a 3-leafer. So like, sorry if you can't see this. That leaf looks probably like the best out of all the ones we've done so far. And so I'm like, maybe I need to do it like this so that it's kind of beat up. That seems to be the best. Also, my paint's getting real dry. That seems like the best one, right? And when I put my berries in there, that's gonna look all right. I want this to extend out a little bit up more up here though. Yeah. Okay. We've got all of our hollies. Let me clear it up for you. What do you think? Yeah, I don't think it looks bad either. We're gonna have to put some aqua topper on it though, so that we can dry it and it doesn't mess up the paint. Because after this, everything else is just bling. Ew, some trash. Okay. Hello, whoever that is that's just come in. We've painted this much so far, and we made these holly leaves. I'm about to put this in the nail dryer for a minute, and then when we get back, we're going to start adding rhinestones. I'm going to do 2 red and silver striped nails, and then I'm going to add red rhinestones for the berries on these holly. But first, we got to dry these. Say hi in the chat. If you see me looking over here, it's because this is where my computer screen is. So that's where I see it. We got this naked hand also, which I'm going to have to decorate tomorrow. If you've got any ideas on what kind of design or color scheme or whatnot we should do. I don't know. Lots of good opportunities available. We got some good nail estate with this length. I'm not very good at filing the end of my nails super straight. Like, this is a little bit crooked. Might have to do something about that later. All right. That aqua topper just gives us some protection so that we can put on this quick dry top coat and it won't melt the art. But we have to have this on underneath the bling, and I've just painted it all over my finger. So cleanup brush is definitely a necessity if you cannot paint inside the lines. I cannot paint inside the lines. That's such a fat one now that I've got so many layers of stuff on there. It says there's 3 viewers, but I don't know if it's true. Because I'm pretty sure none of those count as me. Or I don't count as any of them, is what I meant. I done got a flaky in here from that was in my freaking pot of acetone. There we go, I got it out. I'm like, that's not part of what we got going here. I don't, mind if it's part of what we got going, but don't be trying to get in where you don't fit in. But you know what? Maybe YouTube's just a big fat liar. Maybe they don't know what they're talking about either. It might not be anybody else there. That's alright though. Because we're going to have fun anyway. And make beautiful thingies. And then I'll have to go to Sonic and show them girls. They probably wonder why I haven't been in a couple of days. Because I was away. Alright, back in the dryer. Got to close this polish before I spill it. How about that? That's a great idea. What I was gonna say is I've got to get out a couple of trays for my stones. You know? You know. I'm gonna try and pick out a bunch of them that are consistent of size. We'll see. Look at this. See what color I appear? This looks almost like the color that I am, but a little bit more golden. But then, like, look at this. The lighting is just dramatically different based on the angle. I don't know what to do about it. Alright. Let's get some stones out. Please turn off. I'm going to set this over here for a second. This one up here. Flip this around. Fan club. It's 2 girls. Okay. It's 2. Now, I feel like I'm going to have to restock on these soon. I think I want to go for this size. But that, I mean, is it too big? Maybe I should size down. But I'm like, what if I use them all? I don't want to do that. Oh, I need to turn this around. I have more silver rhinestones in like packets, but they're up yonder somewhere. Yeah, I think we'll go for this size. So I'm just gonna scoop a bunch of these out and put them in here so that I can easily grab them. It's the red ones that I'm gonna have to do more work because they're all mixed sizes. I don't know if this is enough. I just want to make sure I have plenty out. And if I run out, I'm going to be real mad. But surely I won't. Just going to say that's enough for now. Right? I'm going to set this over here. And I'm going to try real hard not to spill that. Now we got to get some red ones. Knocking the stampers everywhere. So my red, the problem is they're just all mixed, so I gotta just get a bunch. I wonder if I should dump them off into another tray of some kind. I feel like I should, to try and get the ones of even size. Like this has got a lot of paint in it, but whatever. I'm gonna get one of these and bring it over here so I can kind of easily look at it and try and grab the similar ones out of here. Like, is that similar? Yeah, it seems like it. Just put those over there. It's hard to say. Yeah. Is my head in the way again? I bet it is. That one's tiny. A lot of them are upside down. It makes it kind of harder to look at them, but I think I can kind of estimate to recognize them. Oops, don't bang that everywhere. I'm gonna need so many of these, so this is a little bit of a slow process. Sorry. I wish I had it already separated reds, but this is the container that I have, so we must do what we must do. And if some of them are slightly the wrong size, we'll just have to live with it. Gotta make it work. I know this part's kind of boring. If you need to go and refill your drink or get a snack or whatever, now would probably be the time. Don't say yes, Delvin. Dang it. Say, nah, that's not boring at all. I'm loving watching you pick out rhinestone sizes. I think I need to scoop some more. Let's just scoot all these to the back. Because we know those guys are not the guys we need. Okay. Because I need a bunch because I'm doing 2 nails of this. That one seems too small. That one's right. And then the ones that I'm doing, the berries, they don't have to be the same size, so that will be fine. I can use smaller ones or bigger ones or whatever for those. Okay, let's scoot these back. Hello, hello, you guys who are here. Are your delays super messaging or delayed? Clips of hair, am I all in the way? Why don't you tell me before? Cause like I've got the latency on here turned down to low. It's not on ultra low. It's on regular low because I think when I put it on ultra low, it does something weird and I don't know what. So like it should be delayed, but not more than like 5 seconds or something. But it only makes the noise if you haven't said anything for 30 seconds. So if I'm just not looking, then that's me being the problem. But I'm trying to hurry up and get these. Are you looking in the top of my head? Yeah. So funny. I'm trying Get over here to the side. That's so funny. Yeah, I think these are all not the size we need now, so we'll scoot them back. Get some more. Hello, viewers. If anybody comes in here, say hi so we know you're here. We're just picking out all these red rhinestones for the red stripes. Watch, after I do this, like, I'm gonna have collected all of the red ones in this size, and then I'll just never be able to use them again. Because I don't think I have replacement red ones that are by size. I can hear that sick child in the other room coughing. I asked her if she was taking medication and she said no. And I'm like, you know, if you would, it would help. Okay, I don't think any of these are the size that we need. Hi. This is all we've got together so far. That's not enough. We need more. Like soup of red rhinestones. I feel like some of these might not be exactly right because I know there's some in here that are just so tiny of a difference in size. So, like, there may be some inconsistencies, but we're doing our best, and that's what's important. Yeah. Some of these might be a little bit off. Like, this one seems like it's not the right size, but then when I put it next to that one, it is the right size. It says, like, am I Delulu? Maybe. That could be the case. Uh-oh. I just dropped 3 red rhinestones into my pinks. It's not what I like to do. She does. I don't know why she does that. Strange choice. Not the choice I would make. But that's just me. Dang, did I really just not even get that many of those medium ones out in that scoop? I think Shirley knows. I think some of these are not the right size. Do not buy TV static. That's nasty. Just have some water. Put some flavoring in it. You know, CO2 is what makes the carbonation, but CO2 on its own has a really nasty flavor. And so that's what you're tasting. Brr, brr. I think that cat outside setting off my carport camera. That dude needs to go to bed. Don't he know it's late? CO2 is your religion. I don't think that's true, sir. I think you are a liar. You do not worship the CO2s. Oh, I almost dropped my spoon. But I needed to get this one. This is a very handy rhinestone spoon. Get that big one out of here. I feel like we gotta be getting close to having enough of these, right? Surely. See, I feel like that one's too small. I'm just getting crazy with them. Let's turn this over next to this guy. I mean, it's the right size. They just, I don't know. They're deceptive looking, I think. Do you think that's enough? Somehow I feel like it's not going to be. As soon as I decide it is, it's not going to be. And so I don't want to pour these back into that case until I know that I have everything I need, because I don't want to have to redig through these. So I am going to put this over here and try not to mess things up. Let's close this and also put it over here. And then we'll just have our 2 pots. I need my thingy here. And then we're gonna need a little brush for scooping up our rhinestone stuff. Time to get started on the bejeweling. Do you know? Do you know? So we're going to use 4 rhinestones only. It is air dry. So we just put on a little bit at a time and put our stones in it. And that's how this works. I'm gonna start on this finger. Don't get your head in the way, okay? I'm talking to you. Keep your head out the way. We can't both have our head in the screen. All right. So I think we're gonna start with putting 2 of these on here. There we go. Now the way that we set these up is going to set the tone for the diagonal. So I think our diagonal will go like this. And that's a good amount of diagonal. And I'm going to start by getting the next ones in right here. And then we can extend, because I don't want to start too far over the side and then it's all wonky. Let's get our red ones that are definitely inconsistent. We'll try and mush those into the crevices a little bit. And then we can put one over here. And like you can see, there's a gap here where there's not a stone, because the only way there could be a stone is if I used smaller ones to fill it in, which maybe when I get this, I'll go around any edges and fill in any gaps. We'll see. But for now, I just want to try and get some straight lines on here. Because like you see, there's a little gap there too, which I could put, you know, a silver stone in there, a small one. But we will decide that after the fact. Seems like we're doing okay so far. And so now we're just going to do the same thing, but another row of the silvers. Hello to everyone who is here watching. We're just doing some blingy, Christmassy fingernails. And we're working on making some stripes at the moment. Say hi in the chat so that we know you're here. Not you, Delvin. We know you're here. You've already said hi. If my head is in front of the screen, don't worry. It's because I can't see what I'm doing. But here's what we've got so far. I think it's looking pretty sparkly. What do you think? Are you loving it yet? I am. Uh-oh. That camera just died. I'm gonna have to change the battery, which I knew was gonna happen eventually. I ordered some replacement, like larger capacity batteries, and when they came in, they didn't fit my camera. So I've had to order some more, which is annoying. One sec. Let me change it. Ugh. Come on now. Struggling to get a hold of the thing. we go. Why would you wait till this time of night to watch that? You're gonna get scared. Don't you know? You're afraid of boogies? All right. I don't even know if this camera is where it was, but whatever. Yes. That one's a tight fit. Getting that in there, that's like, I think because of the inconsistency in like nail width, see, like there's an edge over here, and I'm like, should I try and fill that in, or, you know, after the fact? I don't know. It's like this all should have just been over a smidgen more, but I think that they're too dry to scoot them. I'm gonna try it a little bit. That'd be all right. I think it's just not gonna go all the way down on this side. That's gonna be what it is. I mean, I can try and do better, but gotta work with what we got. Guess now that we're down some, we can kind of start on the edge over here. Oh, now it only says there's one viewer, so that definitely means it's just me and you. So somebody was here before, but they left us. I guess they don't think this is entertaining, or they don't enjoy looking at the top of my hair. I don't know. Can't imagine why. That seems crazy to me, but that's just me. Dang it. I got that one overlapped a little bit. There we go. Don't want that on top of another stone. Okay, that was pretty good. I think maybe it's because the way that I'm setting they're like offset to fit between, and so it's going to make the red ones sit more this way and the silver ones sit more this way. That's okay though. That's fine. We know what we're doing, and that's what's important, right? And bang this. Oof. Delvin, sing to us, because I'm concentrating. Nope. Didn't have any glue on that section. And now you've left us too. For anybody who's watching the playback of this, sorry, it's so incredibly slow and there's a lot of head. In the highlights, it will be better. You see 2. I see 0. How are you here? I'm confused. That one's really big for that area. Try and scooch him up a little bit. Don't want it to be all wonky and wavy though. But I think it's coming along very nice. That's super pretty. How are you going to stream with me? You want to be on my live stream? There is a way to do like go live together, but you have to do it from your phone, which makes it, you know, vertical and tiny, which is why I don't like that method. I like to do it from my computer so that you get the full big experience. These ones are not going to be very offset, but I'm going to try and make them a little bit. We're getting to the part of the nail that has the spine, and so it may become combative. I'm trying to make it just like go on the other side of it, but these clear ones, I can't really see them very well. Is my head in the way? I'm trying to be out of the way. Gotta scoot these up some because like there's not enough room on that side over there. That stone goes all the way down. Alright, that's okay. You're here. I do see you because you said that, but maybe the delay is crazy long like you said. We need somebody in the chat to talk to you so that when it's delayed it doesn't sound crazy because you're waiting for me to notice it. I'm putting too much stuff on here at once. I need to start doing smaller blobs. I'm making them sink in it. Again, we're getting up to that spine. This one's definitely a different size than the other ones. But I'm like, that looks stupid. Yeah, I'm taking that one out of there. I was trying to make it fill in this gap with just the one, but that looks terrible. I need to do two. No matter what I'm talking about. That one on there. And another one that's in the smaller section of what I've got in here, because they are definitely not all the same. Scoot them up a little bit so we got a little bit more room. There we go. Gonna get to where we're gonna have to start doing it from the center again because of that corner that we've just run into. But I'm gonna start this one over here. Sorry. I can't keep my head out of the way. This is another section where a tiny one on the corner would fit to fill in that gap. So it's something I'll have to evaluate. Should we fill in gaps? Scooch over. Sorry, let me get my head out the way. I need another stone to fit in right here, but I don't know if I can get it in here. Trying to force them to be the same size is not always helpful. Because like that one's really too big to be shoving in there. But I want to. So I'm trying to, oops, get its companions to move down, but now I'm dislodging them. Hang in there. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but I gotta turn it around so I can see what I'm doing. Because I got this one to come flying up. I don't need that to be happening. Had to go over those. I'm gonna have to paint over all of this really to get it good and sealed in, but when it dries it'll thin. Okay, let's do with some red ones. I need a smaller red one, but it's like, Now, like, hypothetically, I would like to fit 2 silver ones there, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think I'm just going to be able to get one, and then that's going to have to be good. Yeah. But I could go around it with tiny ones and fill in them gaps. But that's what we got. What do you think? It's looking real bling blingy. We got to do the thumb the same way. Yeah. Goodness. I feel like we should make them lean the same way, right? Or will it even matter? I think it'd be hard if I didn't, so we'll keep them going the same diagonal. Hello, welcome. We've done this much work so far. We're about to do another one of this, but over here. I feel like you can't really see where the little gaps are, so I'm not super concerned about it, but once we get everything done, we'll see. We might go back and fill them in. I'm just trying to do the same thing here. Start with those 2 and then work our way. Just 1 second and I will focus this thing so that it's clear. Oh, well, I guess it is clear. It's just really sparkly and hard to look at. That's one of the things about this. Cameras don't like looking at super sparkly nails. Yeah. So as we start, we do have to do it in the middle to try and get our line to be kind of straight. So we'll put one more here. And let's get one more up here. If you're here, say hello, unless you're Delvin. I already know Delvin is here. And we get those two little spots, just like on that other one where it could be filled in, and it's just kind of weird. See, for me, it says there's 3 people here, but I don't know if that's true. That part could also be just incredibly inaccurate. I'm going to try and get a little bit faster at this, because these are the slowest nails. The berries for the holly is going to be so much faster because I just have to put 3 stones on each holly. Like, it could just be scooted over a little bit and it would all fit so much better. That's how it's hard to estimate. There we go. I think that's all right. Let's get our next row of reds. Don't be talking about my head, Delvin. I'm trying. Okay. Ah! I dropped that one upside down. I had to flip it over. You just have to throw a couple on here and then push them down. You just don't have to do it again because I already know you're here. You know you're here. It's just when I see that the numbers go up and it says there's other people here, I'm talking to them since we don't know who they are. Like right now it says there's 2 people. Who? Maybe there ain't. I don't know. I know that the YouTube algorithm doesn't really like to push out horizontal live streams anymore, that they've designed it to do vertical so that it shows up in the reels, or shorts is what they call them over here. which is fine, but that's not the direction I like to do my live streams. So I don't really expect anybody to even know about this. Oh, look, it's decided to get crazy because of the blinginess. Kit camera. Gotta do another row of silvers. I'm getting to where I'm gonna have to shake the pot because they're all flipped over the wrong way. I'm having to hold my arm in a weird way now to try and be able to see. It's like I see the chat happen in the chat box a lot earlier than it happens on the screen. So when I hear it make the little sound, I look up and there's nothing new written there. I think that's just the sound of it popping up on the overlay. Okay. Somehow, we are not very popular. Just 1 second. I'm going to have to hold this like this so I can see what I'm doing. Because I've started on that side for this section. Okay. Sorry, I'm not very chatty when I'm concentrating. Just trying to get these on here. Yeah. I'm not even trying to make them fit together anymore because they don't really. Makes them hang off the edges weird when I do, so I'm just gonna put them on in a row, and if they happen to go between the other ones, cool, but if not, that's also fine. I think you know who is feeling better because I can hear her playing a game and talking. So that's good news. Alright, I gotta flip this one up again so that I can see to do this side. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Need to scoop that over just a smidgy bit. Let's do some reds. Okay. Now we can sit it down again. We go over the spiny area. I'm getting hungry. What about you? I've eaten today several times, but my body is trying to trick me. I also know that it didn't do me any favors that I forgot to take my shot before I left town on Wednesday, and that's my shot day, so I just haven't had it. And now I'm like, it's Friday, and it's already evening when I got back, so I was like, I don't want to take it now, because then I'm like halfway through the cycle, so I'm like, maybe I just wait till next week and start over, but I'm like, no, bruh. No. Stop getting blurry. Don't you know we're doing something here? I'm gonna have to hold this like this now. But yeah, what kind of delicious food should I investigate? Yeah, see, I don't like that little gap there, but I'm gonna have to go in with tiny rhinestones to fill that in. But I don't want to. That's why I put this reflective on here. But it's like such a big gap. Maybe if I scoot this down some, I can scoot this one. Because I've got a big old gap on this other side that I don't like. That I could fit a whole nother stone. If I just do these right. You see? Yeah. It's weird with that gap there, but it's like it has to be. My reds are all getting turned over too. Are you there, Delvin, or are you just Skyrimming? It's okay if it's Skyrim, you can tell me. See, there's a gap there, but like, it has to be. It's just gonna have to be this way. It's the only way to make it make sense. Like this stone, obviously not the same size as its friends, but in my delusion when I was picking them out, I was like, yeah, those are the same. And now we're running into a similar issue of how many stones should we fit right here? I feel like we could put 2. Because it's a wider nail than the other one. Ugh, they're climbing on top of each other though. I wonder if I can push these up enough to squeeze a tiny red one in the corner. Yes, I bet she was. Let me see. Do I have another tiny red one in here that I got out in my confusion of sizes? Doesn't really look like it. Well, I'll just get one because I need one. Yes, I'm going to make that fit on the corner of this nail. Yeah. That looks great. So I've got like a spot here, 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 and here where I could put small red or silver ones. Uh-oh. Nail dryer's getting excited. Oh, I don't need to put all those up yet because I still have hollies. But they're so big. I feel like I want to do smaller. Yeah, we'll do smaller ones for the hollies, which I have in that tray over there. This tray. Forgot about that. Put that up. I'll come back for the silver after we put the holly on since we've got this tray out. That's what we'll do. Okay. Beans. Okay. I do have some though. Like, for real, I do. There's 3 berries. Uh-oh. There's 3 over there too. Coming along. We can do a little bit bigger ones on this one. Dang, because kind of the size I would want to use are the size that we used on that other bunch of nails, but I'm just gonna go with these if I can get some. Yes, that looks good. Sparkly. You been in the bed? That's not Skyrim. That's okay though. The bed's a good place for you. Alright, let's get some put up here. good. And then down here, heck, these are kind of big, I think. There we go, that looks good. What do you think? I think they're very cute. Let me see if I can't put these reds away and then we can figure out our silver problem. There we go. Move this. I'm going to put these away because we only need a few of these tiny ones to fill in these gaps. And cleaning a little brush is kind of nasty. Alright, so we need 1, 2, over here is fine, I think. Over there is fine. So we'll just do 2 tiny ones. Beep. Beep. Yeah, like that. They're not even dramatically tiny, so it doesn't look weird. I did get too much paint. Okay. I would have to use even tinier ones for there, but I'm not going to. Alright, and in this one we need 1, 2. I could probably fit one there, but definitely one there. Those are okay. So I think we'll just do 3. So 1 here. And then the 2 up top. Bloop. Bloop. This one's an extra small spot, so I'm going to use an extra small one. And this is a next to extra small. There we go. I could probably, that would be a red one that would go there. So I think that's good, right? Looks pretty full and complete, right? So like I could paint just straight up over these and they would dry down. But I may have done a good enough job that they'll be good on there. Because one of the things when you do paint over them is they make them less glittery. Like the facets will come back when it dries all the way down, but so pretty. Unfortunately, I can't take any photos of it until tomorrow because it's dark time and also it's raining. So hopefully we can get some daylight. Let me put up this tool. Not that tool, but like the rhinestone picker. There we go. All right, let's flip it around for you. There we go. So we got, now you can see the whole hand. What do you think? That's clear. I think it's really cute. It's simple design, but real blingy execution. I like it. Well, that's it. I don't know what I'm going to do over here. I'll figure that one out probably tomorrow. So, thanks for hanging out, Delvin. And everybody who popped by but didn't say hi, thanks for coming. There will be a playback available. So, see you later.